Alright, so I am back again. So this time I am actually going to disarm the trap because clearly the game does not like the fact that it's being the game clearly doesn't agree with the explosion that happens after, and it's crashed twice on me now. I'm not letting it crash again. I would take the hit again, like I stood there, I was like, oh, okay, then it's gonna burn me. And at that point there, I was gonna let it stand because I did the trap. That was my fault. But the game clearly had other plans, and so I wasn't able to let it blow me up again. Because goddamn, this is another trap room if I remember correctly. So be careful. I remember what the trap. Oh, I remember what the trap is now. Okay. There's this door here, and you just go in. There's a terminal here. You're like, oh, cool, terminal. Activate, run off. It explodes. This is a jerk. Door is activated elsewhere. Camera, what activates it though? Ah, here we go. See, it makes it seem that the terminal is what activates it, but it's not. It's a switch somewhere else. So yeah. And welcome to Pinkerton's little place here. Big book of science, really good to have. Immediately read it because apparently it's so big that it's making me slow down.
Hey there. How the hell did you get in here? I suppose you can't be all that bad if you made it this far without dying. This is the part where you tell me what the hell you are doing bothering an old man who obviously wants to be left alone. Get on with it already. What are you talking about, girl? I don't know anything about any of that. And, what did you call it? An android? What's that?
Let me just say it's in your best interest to tell me what I want to know.
Fine, whatever. This android calls himself Harkness now. Comes in and wants a memory job. I took new memories and replaced his old ones. Don't believe anyone's done that before. Certainly not down here. That Commonwealth tech isn't all that fancy when it comes down to it. I'm also the only one in the wasteland with the skill and the nerve to perform facial surgery. That android flesh ain't so different than ours. You want proof? I documented the whole thing, so I could rub it in the face of Dr. Lee when I need to rankle her feathers. I hate that snooty bitch.
Yeah, I should just... Can we talk about the android now?
You're damn right she's a bitch. Ruined my whole goddamn life. But I can see you don't give a crap about any of that. Fine.
Really,
it's
no.
all in my computer. Here's the password. See for yourself. Hell, just take these pictures and this holotape. Straight from the synth man's lips. Just don't go telling Harkness, though. He won't believe you anyway. And you really don't want to see him upset. He can be a bit inhospitable.
There's something telling me, isn't there?
Oh, all right. So maybe I didn't wipe his mind like he asked, but I buried it deep. Almost as good, really. But it's still there. Still accessible. All you need to do is use the recall code. Just say to him, activate A321 recall code Violet, and that will activate the hidden subroutines.
Why'd you hold the android?
Ha! Why do you think? I wanted to crack open that Commonwealth can opener to see what was inside. There's stuff in there I'd only heard about, and even then I didn't believe it. I can see why that Zimmer feller wanted him back so bad.
What do you know about this android railroad?
Bunch of bleeding heart morons, if you ask me. They're going to get themselves killed one of these days. And for what? Machine liberation? But they have brought me some really interesting tech over the years, so I guess they're okay. And that android, he was the chance of a lifetime.
What do you know about the Commonwealth?
Most of it's blasted nothing, just like here. But there's talk, rumors mostly, about a place called the Institute. That's where Zimmer and that android came from. God knows what else they got going on in there, but it puts our tech to shame, that's for damn sure.
What are you doing here in this direct part of the ship?
I live here. It's where I do my work, and it's far away from Dr. Lee and all those other monkeys dressed up like scientists. You made it past my defenses, which proves you aren't a dummy. And you haven't killed me, so I suppose you aren't here to do that. I suppose you can hang around if you want. Just don't touch anything.
You think you can perform a facial reconstruction on me? And I have to go. So yeah, if you ever want to change your character's face, because you don't like how they look, you can always just go to this guy and do it.
Don't let your guard down.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. He has a workbench, but you're not allowed to using it unless he doesn't see you. There's a few other things too, if I'm correct. I can't remember where they are, what they are exactly though. Big Book of Science. I feel like he has something else too. Yeah, he has a TV. It's a little bit shattered, but he has one. Refrigerator right here. Sugar bomb. If I ever go back to that guy, those guys down in the, I think they're in the same place that Vance and the guys there were at. Like the cannibals. I think they're in the same, not the cannibals in Undead, but the cannibals in the system that were like acting like vampires to make up for the fact that they can't control their cannibalism. Good for them. You know, I mean, they still kill people, but, you know, good for them. I mean, I kill people too, so I really shouldn't be talking. Elf boy, am I over encumbered now? Yeah. Well, I'm at Rivet City, so I shouldn't be too worried about that. Actually, yeah, I think that's everything. Oh wait, no, there's some scrap metal I can take. Now I have 2 weight over my maximum amount. So what can I do here? That. Lens repeater, no. Why do I have a minigun? Oh, screw it, I don't need a minigun. I think I had a minigun because I was using it as like a replacement to the Vengeance, but really I don't need a minigun. If anything, a lot of my other weapons that aren't automatic actually shoot faster, actually do more damage than what he has. So, yeah. So I think all the traps have mostly been. There might be some small ones in some of the side rooms that I haven't been in, if there is any. But other than that, though, you should be able to just walk away freely now. Let's try this again. Yeah, no, it doesn't give you experience anymore. Oh yeah, it's only a one-time thing. Good to know. Now we gotta make it to Rivet City. With that right there, that giant boat there, that's Rivet City. We're going there now. So you just gotta. So we're at Rivet City now. All you gotta do. There's always gonna be a waterbreaker here.
Please.
I can't help you. Sorry. And security intercom.
Welcome to Rivet City. Please wait while the bridge extends.
It's true that the idea that this is a really stupid idea for them to just open this up, considering that I could just be somebody willing to kill them, and they don't actually interview me until after I already get into the city. It's weird. What happens is that you're supposed to go over here. The bridge is there to prevent people from, you know, having to being able to like get into the city.
Hold
easily.
it right there.
And he stomps you.
State your business in Rivet City.
Why didn't you do that when I was on the other side of the bridge? What if I was here to kill you? I would have just shot you by now. Honest to you, pal.
On this boat, you sure as hell do. You don't get on without my say-so. So I'll ask...
I wish I could just do the code right now if I wanted to. Running around.
Is that... Alright, you're free to roam around, so long as you don't do anything stupid, like try to slit my throat when I'm sleeping. You wouldn't try anything stupid like that, now would you?
I can't even answer him. I want to answer all like evilly. Oh well. Thanks for the help.
Carry on then.
Now can I make you go weird?
I'm a little busy right.
We need to talk.
That's what my wife said, right before she left to go live with her mother. What's the problem?
The memories of your wife aren't real. You're a robot from the Commonwealth. You're okay. Can I just tell him the code? You want to name Zero?
Are you out of your mind? I've never been to the Commonwealth. I never even heard of the place before Zimmer arrived. I'm definitely not a robot. Do I look like a robot? And I'm certainly no man's property. Did Zimmer put you up to this? You have exactly 5 seconds to explain what it is you're trying to do here, or you'll be leaving Rivet City by way of the nearest porthole.
Back will speak for themselves. I have pictures and audio testimony.
All right, I'll humor you. But this is impossible. I can't be a robot. I'm a human being. I breathe. I eat. Hell, I cut myself shaving this morning. I was bleeding. Robots don't bleed.
Not a robot, it's today, just like everything else. You're made to look and act human, but you're not. The evidence proves that.
I'm not sure what to say. I'm not sure what to even think about all this. I'll admit this is pretty convincing evidence, but it doesn't make any sense. How can this be possible?
Your Highness, but this is the only way. So I couldn't just start with that?
Ah!
Also, that's a really, really bad voice acting.
I remember. I remember it all. From before. Zimmer. The Commonwealth. The Institute. My God. All those runners I brought down. You. You made me remember. Why? How? Never mind. My God. What am I going to do? My life. Everything. It's all a lie.
To be honest, you were just lying to yourself. What are you going to do about Zimmer? He's the one that we're running away from.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shove him into a very small box and send him north where he belongs.
Actually, I was hoping you'd let me kill him.
He is a security threat, isn't he? All right. I authorize you to carry out Dr. Zimmer's execution. Don't think this gives you license to run around shooting anyone you want. Just Zimmer. And that bodyguard, if he gets in the way. Here, use my weapon. I've had it forever, and it's never let me down. Consider it a token of my appreciation.
You got A321's plasma rifle. What are you going to do?
I have 2 sets of memories. One android, one human. Some of these are mine. Some belong to someone else. But I'm choosing to be human. It's my choice. The people on this boat look to me to protect them. So that's what I'm going to do.
So why did you go ahead with the change? Was it worth it?
I don't know. Every time I retrieved one of the runaway androids, they'd fill my head with ideas about self-determination, freedom. At first, I resisted the ideas. But then, I started thinking about it. And well, they were right. We're just slaves to them. We deserve lives of our own. So that's what I did. I chose a new life and gave up my old one. And now you've given me both to remember.
What do I call you now, Harkness or
Well, I'm not really sure. Look, just call me Harkness. That's who I am to the people on this boat who rely on me. It's who I am now. In fact, for everyone's sake, let's just pretend I've always been Harkness. We'll keep the truth a little secret between friends. All right?
No problem. Okay, so let's find that weapon he just gave me. So it's see, if I hadn't done Mothership Zeta, this would be a decent weapon to have because it is 39 damage and it's a plasma rifle. So you know, it's not exactly a bad gun unless it shoots fast.
Whoa, whoa, careful.
Pretty cool, I'll tell you that much. I'll actually read it real quick, see if there's any unique properties of the gun that I'm not aware of. But if there isn't, then I'll probably be selling it, and I'll also be doing something else because of the fact that there's another reward you can get from this that's really good. Now, give me a second, guys. Let me see if I can find gun's properties here. Alright, so I just did a little bit of research to find out what the difference is. It's mostly the same thing, however it does at max ignition, it does about 5 points of damage more. It also breaks more slowly, and it also has a critical modifier of 2.5 compared to 2, if I'm correct. Which means whenever you get a critical hit with it, a normal critical hit, not a sneak attack one, a normal one, it does an extra 50% more damage. So usually it does an extra 100%, now it does 150% more damage. So yeah, it could be pretty strong, especially if you have a really high luck build. But other than that, I wouldn't recommend it really. So I'm gonna unequip it. It is a really cool gun to use, but let's face it, the freaking MPLX Nova Surge is just as good, you know. And this does like 39 damage with microfusion cells. My other microfusion cell, being the tri-beam laser rifle, does 47 at low condition, and it does, you know, a good chunk as well. So I don't know. I might keep it around for the hell of it because it is a really cool looking gun, but we'll have to see. Yeah, so now you get the gun from doing that. Personally, I feel like this mission should have been done a little bit differently.
Security officer know if you see anything out of the ordinary.
Rom, I don't know if you can ever do that. I think you can. I think you can actually report somebody who's trying to break the law at one point. There's like a specific quest you can do that for, but other than that, I'm good.
Stay chill, dude.
No problem.
Hey, be more careful.
No. Can I go around? Aha, there we go. So now where I want to go is this way, because as he said, Zimmer was looking for him. Now this is really funny to hear all that, considering that I don't think I've ever actually talked to Zimmer yet. But I guess my character knew about Zimmer because when he talked to Pinkerton. I'm gonna move my mic a little bit closer real quick, just so that you guys can hear me a little bit more clearly. All right, so I just did that. Now my mic should be a little bit louder because it's a little bit closer to my mouth. This should be the science lab.
Scientific center in the capital wasteland. I find your...
Look, Dr. Zimmer, we've been over this. We don't know about your runaway robot, and we don't care. This lab is dedicated to solving real problems.
Yes. But Dr. Lee...
Dr. Lee is trying to save lives, and your constant interruptions are interfering with those efforts. Now please, stand aside.
I'm sure the good doctor's work with water purification is fascinating. But if you only knew what was at stake. The technology in that android...
What's at stake? You won't tell me what's at stake.
Oh, come on.
Vagaries
pay
and
more attention
secrecy.
to what
A
you're
robot's
doing.
a robot, Zimmer, no matter how shiny the paint job. Now, please.
Ignorance and facetiousness. That's all you people are good for. Shiny paint job indeed. You can't even imagine the Commonwealth's accomplishments.
You know, if you're so smart, maybe you could help us, But no, that never even crossed your mind. Go peddle your selfishness somewhere else.
Fine, but I'm not leaving. Not until I've spoken to Dr. Lee. I'll be here when she's ready to abandon her chemistry set and talk real science.
Suit yourself.
I like the constant stabs at like everything this game does.
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire?
That depends what I can talk about here.
To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property.
Go to the chaser. What's the job?
Ah, a woman of action. I knew I picked the right person for the job. Let me be clear. You won't be looking for a lost puppy or family heirloom. You'll be searching for an android. Do you know what an android is? No, I imagine you don't. You see, we've moved beyond those primitive buckets you call robots and have created artificial intelligence. Sentient machines.
I wish there was a science check or intelligence check.
Persons that think
Like,
and
cut 'em
feel
off there.
what we program them to. Occasionally their programming miscalculates. They get confused and wander off.
Do I not get to talk to them about rewards? Alright, hopefully this works.
Harkness, you say? Yes, that makes sense. He used to work for a special branch of the Commonwealth Police, after all. And he's right here, in Rivet City? Excellent. I must wait, find an opportune moment to confront him. Thank you for your discreet assistance and continued discretion regarding this matter. And now for your payment. This combat module will directly affect your central nervous system. I think you will find it quite beneficial.
Alright, so advanced technology from the Commonwealth has increased your reaction speed, giving you a higher chance to hit in VATS. So that's basically how you get
I'm going to need you to move some equipment shortly.
oath means of rewards. But you know, I kind of want to be a little bit of a nice guy, so he's dead. He's dead.
Better her than me.